Hello everyone, it's Miss Teri at the Carnegie. Today we are going to do a special craft. It's for Earth Day, which was last week, but that's okay, we'll celebrate this week. And we are going to make our own little earth like this with this piece of paper. And we're going to do something called marble painting. But we're not going to actually use paint. We're going to do a special process that's a lot of fun. So what you will need is some shaving cream, and actually it's preferable if you don't use the gel kind, but that's all I had, so I had to kind of make it foamy beforehand. So if that's all you have, that's fine too, but you'll have to kind of make it foamy before you can add anything else to it. You'll need either liquid watercolor, or you can use food coloring, and since it's going to be an earth, you want to use blue and green. You're going to use a stir stick. In my case, I used a popsicle stick. And either a piece of stiff cardboard or like an old used like credit card or a stiff piece of plastic. And this is so you can kind of shave it out. So let's get started. So the first thing you would normally do is you would spray out the shaving cream. Oh, and you will need also a baking sheet. You would normally spray out all the shaving cream onto the baking sheet, and it would already be foamy. But since I only had gel shaving cream, I already sprayed it out and made it foamy. Once you have it foamy, or if it's already foamy, then you're going to use your card to kind of spread it out kind of evenly. Kind of like if you were spreading out cookie dough or something onto your baking sheet. Oh, and this is good for all ages, like preschoolers even would love this, because they just love playing with shaving cream anyway, but even adults would love to do this as well. It comes up with a really cool design when you're done, and you can use it even like on regular paper that you could use for wrapping presents or making other crafts. Oh, and you need paper as well. I use like watercolor paper, but you can even use just regular drawing paper if you want. I like the thicker because it holds together better. The lighter weight of the paper, the more it's going to be like really floppy and hard to work with. Also, when you use the gel, it already has kind of a color, so mine already has kind of a bluish color. Whereas if you had the already foamy stuff, it would just be white. So that's one advantage to that too. It works this time because we're doing the earth, and the earth has got blue in it anyway. So I kind of lucked out on that. Okay, so that's pretty good. And I'll kind of scrape it off on the side here. And you don't want paper towels because it's kind of messy. Alright, I'll put that to the side, and then I'm going to take my food coloring. And I'm going to kind of drop some drops. In different spots. Not too much. Now I'm going to do my green. And if you're doing liquid watercolor, you might want to use an eyedropper just so you have more control. And I think because the earth has more water, I'm going to do a couple more blue. And you're going to take your stir stick, or in my case, a popsicle stick, and you're going to kind of swirl it around So it makes kind of a marbly pattern. You'll keep going. Almost kind of like you're putting frosting on a cake. So you don't want a stir stick that's kind of too thin. So a toothpick probably wouldn't work because you'd be doing this forever. Make sure you get the edges too. And anywhere where there's too much color, like this little spot, or too much light color, you don't want to blend it all together, but you don't want too much of one color in one spot either. Okay, once you do that, you're going to take your spreader and you're going to try to spread it again, okay? Just to cover up the spots. Maybe where there isn't any. Like that. Kind of just go through there again, like this. Because you don't want it too mixed in, like I kind of mixed it in too much right there. Okay. Now you're going to cut a circle out of your paper, and I just took, I took like one of those protractor things, and I made a circle, and then I cut it out. And you're going to put it down on top of it, and you're going to press down. You're going to press down pretty hard, and it's going to kind of squish out the sides, which is kind of fun. You're going to keep pressing because you want to make sure, and I even kind of rub it. I go around the edges rubbing because you want to make sure it gets all on the other side everywhere. When you think that you've got it covered, you can grab the edge of it and you can pull up. And it's going to look kind of like this. And you're going to put it on the clean side down, like this. And you're going to take your scraper and you're going to scrape this off to see what the design is underneath. And I try to kind of put it back into the pan, but it's hard. And you never know what your design's going to be because it never actually looks like what the design is on the top. It always looks different, so it's kind of like a surprise. And there we have it. Our Earth using marble paint. Now, if you have a lot left over, look how much I have left over. It's a bunch. So I brought another piece of paper too, because I decided that, hey, maybe I wanted to do another piece of paper for another craft or something. So what you can do is with your extra, you can add another color and just do another piece of paper, or several if you want. And it is messy, so make sure you have paper towels. Luckily I thought of that. So, and a trash can. Trash can's always good. Unfortunately I didn't bring any other colors, but say you did and you want to put red in here or yellow, you can put it in there. You can use your stir stick to incorporate those new colors in there if you want. Let's say I want to add more blue to this. I could do that too. So if I wanted darker bits of blue in here, I could. If you wanted more white, you could put a little bit more of your shaving cream if you didn't have gel like me. And you could kind of mix it in like this. See how that has that bit of dark blue that kind of makes it pop. See, I like the way that looks. So now I'm going to stick my whole sheet of paper on top of this like this. I'm going to press it down just like I did on that circle piece of paper that looks like our earth. And there's hardly any waste on this, so, which goes back to our Earth Day too, because the shaving cream just washes off. There's maybe a couple of paper towels that you would use, and then, you know, just the pan that you can wash and put away. So, and even on the paper towels, if you want, you can use, you know, an old rag that you have to wipe your hands on. So you could reuse. So try to press down on all the sides to get all the places on the paper. When you think you have it all covered, again, you're going to pick it up. Look at that design. That's nice. You're going to put it down. And then you're going to take your scraper again. And you're going to scrape off the excess or the extra. Oh, that's going to be nice. Get off there. Do it again. This is going to be pretty. And you could do anything with this. I mean, you could cut out snowflakes, because this is perfect paper for snowflake colors. You could do origami, make different animals with it, all kinds of paper crafts. So that's my design. Isn't it pretty? And now you know the simple art of making marble paint and doing marble creations. And it was very simple, very easy, and you can do it at home. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.